on 4 week 2. We only had one trade this week, and it was fucked by US inflation news. I think it was on Tuesday. Can't remember. Anyhow, it was a breakdown attempt. Broke down. Next candle. Okay, it's not returning back immediately. That's a good sign at least. Then this candle, but like, okay, at least the chance that to retrace and get put our order in. So after these two candles, I like to for two candles first. After these two candles, place the order. Not place it by the boundary, but I think I place it here, 4-5. And I think it was a 30 pip so yes. It was a 30 pip stop loss, let it play breathe. I think it's a lot. But anyhow, after we got triggered, it was going fine. It even broke down this level that I was pulling at. So after this level, I scaled it. I pressed the trade. I added the 0 points. I pressed the trade with half of my lot size, because the lot size for this trade was 0.25. So I pressed the trade with like 0.12. Pressed 0.12 at that level there. So that was the level I was telling us. After I broke, I pressed the play. So I think this was a 10 to 2 candle. It was the inflation was coming out around like 130. So I pressed the trade. So I pressed the trade after this closed. So I was like, when I knew the news was coming, I was in a loss at the point. Like at the moment I was in a loss. So I was in loss on the press trade. I've already broken even the main trade. I was in a loss on the press trade, so I couldn't really close it. So what I did was that, like, my stop loss for this press trade was around like here. It was like at the break-even point for the main trade. It was a 0.3, 0.4 risk for, So normally I'd have closed the breaking even trade, but if it was in profit, I would have just broken even the press trade. But I didn't break even the press trade because I was in a loss, and I wanted to say, okay, if the news ended up being in my favor, I'll be able to take advantage of that. So what I did was this one's already broken even, so I just brought the stop loss for the press trade to like around like 10 pips because it was just at my entry. I just brought it to around like 10 pips to see what happens, and so that I was now risking like 0.1% for his news. So I didn't want to really play ball. At least give the space, because you never really know, man, that she can fuck you up completely. When I put the 10 pip stop loss, I was risking 0.13 in the hopes that if at least it came in my favor, I would not be out of the trade. I'll be able to at least take advantage of that. But it stopped us out completely, killed our break even, our press trade, and stopped our main trade also. Nothing could do about the loss. There was a 0.13 loss, so that was good. We paid attention to the news. We paid attention to the news. We made sure our risk was reasonable. We managed our risk properly to avoid unnecessary losses. Minimizing losses, maximizing wins is a good strategy. It's a very good strategy. So that was all. I think we had a play on USD card. No, we didn't, but like it was about to be a play. I think also was retail sales. Yes, it was retail sales news around 1:30 on Thursday. Like, news was just fucking my shit up completely. But anyhow, so my plan was a breakdown also. First candle, second candle, third candle. Okay, it's not going back immediately, so at least the BAs have pressure. I placed the order, fine and good. But like, this candle here was the 10 to 2 candle, and The news was coming at 1:30. So like if I now pressed, if I now put, the other was already in. So I'm not like, see, this candle is the last candle till hit to the news. So like after the news, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. But I didn't want to enter the trade and during the 10 to 2 time frame, because like there was nothing that could have happened during that 10 to 2, just 1 hour, just 4 hours. It wasn't a lot of time to make the move happen. So I just deleted the order and waited for the news to finish. So after the news passed, this was the candle close. I was tempted to enter, but this was my CTC for the trade. It was around half. I was tempted to enter, but man, I don't know why I didn't. Because after news, man, it's not just advisable to be playing in the market, sure. It was not advisable for me to be playing in the market. I didn't want to just join in yet, man. Retail sales was a big deal. So I just chilled. Just said after the next candle close, we'll see what we can do. Then boom, we dodged this loss completely. Very good. Very good. You know, this helps. This helps a lot. Minimizing your losses. Minimizing your losses as much as possible. Because the 1-to-3 reward ratio, I think with a 30% accuracy. So if I can reduce my losses as much as possible, my gains will have more weight all in all. But that was all for the week. This is our dashboard. My FF account active, thankfully. We are down a lot. It's the lowest I've gone since I started the challenge. It's not that bad. It's not even up to 1% yet. I think it's like 0.8. 0.8 down. This is our current balance. I've not been terrible. Hopefully by the end of the month we'll be done with this thing. I don't really want to carry it to the next month, but patience. It's a waiting game, It's a waiting game. That was all for the week. Forward is the only direction. Yes, it is. Ciao.